Good evening. Yes, I'm back after a week's holiday. And tonight we're going to Pallex Northern Hub, Rochdale. And by did I need that week's holiday. It's been all good. Down to Yorkshire to visit the family. Few days at the beach. Total rest, relaxation. Just what the doctor ordered. So, right, tonight, hopefully, we will not be having the shenanigans that we've been having when I've been doing Swadlincote. That was just madness with the diversions and roadworks and everything. But it is what it is. Last night, I actually forgot to bring my camera with me. It was my first night back on this last night. And compared to going to Derbyshire, what an absolute doddle. Really was an absolute doddle. I mean, I started at 20 to 6 last night. I was back at the yard for 20 to 4 this morning. Park up, go. Simple as that. The usual minor diversion round past when they shut the A1 at Washington. That's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Take the third exit onto Station Road.
Nothing like the hold-ups that you have on the M1. So we have got potential bit of chaos at Leeds tonight. So we want to be past junction 44 A1 for the A64, which is Leeds to your right, York to your left. Because otherwise we are going to have a diversion which isn't long, but when everybody goes piling off and it's a single track road, well, you know, it is going to take time. So it is what it is. Right. So I've noticed I'm getting more and more views, and I've got some new subscribers. So welcome to you all, and thanks to me regular guys and girls. I do appreciate it. Nice to be popular. Tonight I'm back in the Iveco S-Way. This one's 22 plate. Very nice to drive, very nice. I do like these.
After 1,000 feet, enter the roundabout.
It's
Take the second exit onto
pretty different to the MAN I've been in. Now the MANs, PXA, got my name down for a job with them. That's a nice looking MAN, is that? He does look after his trucks, that fella. Only a small company. I've had a few chats with him, and he said, I've got all your details. As soon as I need a driver, I'll be in touch. I keep in touch, I'll ring him every couple of months or so, like, you know, just to tell him I'm still interested. Then he'll have a chat and ask me what I've been up to. So yeah, he's a good fella. And it's local, it's just round the corner from this place. Again, being back at Cramington, not only is it a quicker job, I mean, I'm literally home in like less than 10 minutes tomorrow morning, as opposed to 22 miles on the A1. Coming into work when it's and there's more traffic, I mean, it only takes me like, what, 15 minutes topside, as opposed to well over 45 getting to Team Valley for the same time. In fact, some nights Team Valley's been closer to an hour. So it is what it is. So, right, we're going to crack on, as this closure at the A64, that starts at 8:30. I got there last night, it was 20 to 9, and they was just starting to put the cones out. So, we'll see. As it stands, from here, I mean, we're further north than Team Valley. Team Valley, you do it to junction 43 for A1M1. Hour and 45 if you get a good run at it. I mean, it's more like 2 hours from here. Just it's going to depend on traffic up past Team Valley and Angel at North as well. That could be a hold up, but we'll have to see. You know, all you can do is play it by ear. Apart from that, you've got a slow section up at Saddleworth. Turn that bloody lane departure off. I don't know why that goes off coming down there, because there's no lane markings or nothing. Must be a GPS thing, I don't know. So, apart from a bit of a hold up at Saddleworth, which is no great shakes. I mean, I was still in Rochdale for 9:30 last night. I'm not booked in till 10:30. But I like to get there early, before the rush. I mean, some of them moan saying it's a bit to reverse into Bay 3, but it's not that bad. It's not. You know, there's a lot harder ones. I mean, it's all well lit and all of this. You've got a couple of seams in the tarmac which act like parking bay lines, really. You spot them a mile off. You just line your trailer up with that and it'll go straight in. It's just getting the angle on it, that's all. Just take your time. If in doubt, pull it forward and minimise the angle. You know, not rocket science, is it, you know? So, the only thing you've got to watch for in there is, like last night, I've got my window down, head out of window, and you're reversing, and it's quiet in there, a lot quieter than Swadlincote. I mean, it was like a graveyard compared to Swadlincote last night. And forklift driver will shout over to his mate. You can't hear what he's saying, you just hear, yeah. And you think, shit, am I going to hit something, like, you know, so you hit the brakes. So, it is what it is. So, right, we have 140 miles to go, which sat-nav saying 2 hours 50 minutes. It will be quite accurate, that, because I've done it that many times. The memory in the sat-nav now, it just knows. At first it overestimates, and then it overestimates it a bit less, if you know what I mean. So we'll just play it by ear. At the moment it's saying just after 25 to 10, that'll do for me. Now, one thing I do like about Rochdale is, apart from it's only a small hub and it's a lot quieter, the coffee machine's only 10 pence, but take your own sugar with you because it's never got any in. Apart from that, it's nice. And you've got a microwave you can use. I mean, tonight I've got chicken and bacon pasta bake, roast pork butties. I cooked the roast pork myself over the weekend. Very, very nice. With garlic and herbs on it. They're just munchies. You know, it's one of them jobs where you can just eat well. You know, you have a little nibble on way over. I'll get there, what, let's say 25 to 10. Go straight on break. I mean, last night I left, what, the time I'd got my curtains done, it was about 12:30 I pulled out, which I wasn't rushing to get my curtains done, to be honest with you. I mean, there's no point. I mean, a lot of the time you're not getting out of there till 1, maybe 1:30, which is about ballpark figure 1 o'clock. So, well, they shouted on me about 12:10, you're done. By the way, can you pull it off the bay so we can put our truck in? Because they was running ahead and wanted to get their Arctic unloaded. I said, aye, no problem, mate. Where do you want me to put it? He said, oh, just put it over there. He said, and then in no rush, so I did my curtains, went and got a coffee to take with me. You know, I'm not bothered. Oh, what a place to break down. That's another thing I don't like about these motorways and stuff with no hard shoulder. You know, smart motorways and stuff like that. I mean, you've no real safety margin or anything. I mean, on here there's no signal gantries to warn you of broken down vehicles, which, in my opinion, there should be. But, hey, what do I know? Thornton Skip Hire, he's based up not far from where I live, Northumberland. He actually owns MX as well now, who I did some work for.
After 1,000 feet,
So,
right onto A1 towards the
yeah,
south.
tonight, Steve was away like a stabbed rat. Can't fault him, likes to get in front. And then Michael, who normally does this run, he's kind of the senior driver. He's behind me because he's locking up the warehouse before he goes. He's on Leicester. So
Prepare to keep right after half a mile.
he might catch me up actually. Fruit Road works down here. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I like it here. I mean, if they offered me a permanent job, I would take their hands off. Really would. But I mean, it's rare a Class 1 job comes up.
Keep right onto A1 towards the
But
south.
I'm here for now. The ballpark is
Keep right.
4 weeks, and Michael was telling me last night there might be
Drive for 3
more
quarters
coming up because people have got holidays to use. People are requesting holidays. So, hey, the longer it lasts, the better it is for me.
Prepare to keep right after half a
So,
mile.
right, I'm coming up to Team Valley, in the Metro Centre, where I was working. So, from here, we're looking at an hour and 45
After 1,000 feet,
to the A64.
onto A1 towards
So,
the south. Keep right.
we call it 5 to 7 now.
Drive for
We're
11
looking at
miles.
20 to 8. So, a bit of luck, they'll be putting out the diversion signs, but they'll not actually shut it. But we'll see. I'll keep my fingers crossed, but I'm not building my hopes up. I'm really not. So, because I know what happens from bitter experience. You pin your hopes on something in this job, you know, you're going to get stung. So, right, I'm going to crack on and let's see what happens when we get to Leeds. Well, we're approaching junction 44 where these roadworks are due to start. There they are. Just getting ready to set it all up. We were supposed to be here round about 9:15. It's now 27 minutes past 8. So a lot of time has been made up. and I've not been braying on. I've just left it on the cruise. I've set my retarder to let it go no more than 59 downhill, and generally speaking this truck's pretty good like that. You see it's putting the signs out. It might just be putting the cones out now. I hope to God I haven't spoken too soon. Might have done. He's going to try and get in front of everyone. To be honest, I don't think he has put the cones out because they're here. That's just the preparations for it. So they are going to start it like imminently. There you go, big words again. So all these cones are the ones that they're going to move out. So the signs are up. The closure's about to start. Michael is about 10 minutes behind me, so he should be alright as well. So yeah, this truck, I mean, we've not got a lot of weight on tonight. It's not full. It's double deck, so there's still quite a bit on it. You would fill a standard trailer, but it's by no means full on a double deck. So, but this truck generally holds its speed on the hills anyway, unless you're getting really close to your weight. And on the retarder, I mean, you can set it to what you want. I mean, some people have it set to bang on 56, which means it won't go over 57. I've got mine set to 59. The only place where it will hit 60 or a bit more is on the steep drop down from Saddleworth down to junction 21 on M62. But that's only when you've got a lot of weight on it. But even then, I tried it one night, it didn't go past 62. So all you do then is knock your retarder down to, say, 57, and it won't go past 59. It just goes crackers, slowing it down. So 46 miles to Rochdale now. Now obviously we've got I think it's about 6 or 7 miles when we come off the motorway through a built up area. So unless anything slows us down, the sat nav saying 25 to 10. Well, 9:34.
Prepare to keep right onto M1 towards Manchester.
It was saying later than that last night, and I was still at the gates for 9:30. So if nothing slows us down, we could be coming off the M62 round about 9:15, maybe just before, and then it's what, maybe 10 minutes or so, maybe a little bit more, going through Rochdale. M621 closed 7 to 1. That's virtually all of it. Is that ever open? Honestly, if you live in Leeds, you tell me. Is the 621 ever open at night? There's always closures on it, always. So yeah, we've got some roadworks just down here at the start of the M1. It's only one lane closed, but there's speed cameras on it. So you're alright as long as nobody dawdles in front of you and holds you up, like, you know, that's where you start losing time. There we go, they're putting the cones out for later on tonight as well. Seems around the A64, it's been going on for weeks. I don't know what they're doing. But there was some sort of work going on before, a couple of weeks ago, where you take the exit for the 64, go up round the roundabout, then come back onto the A1. So they must have been doing something between the slip roads. Now they've closed the exit. So you see what I mean about people dawdling. These are going to start lane hogging. Knock that down to 52, 53. I get away with that. But you see, you're going to see a lot of this. People just sitting in one lane. Can't make their mind up what they want to do. Quite often you'll see them side by side. I mean, I don't see the point. If you're doing the same speed, just go nose to tail. What's the point of sitting side by side? You know. I mean, it's just... But as far as I'm aware now, lane hogging like this is actually now an offence where you can get points for it. I read somewhere that it's 3 points and 100 quid, and that's just your starter for 10. If you want to argue a case and they take you to court, you'll get more. Hey, what do I know? White van knows better, doesn't they? But this is what you see all the time. You see it here. The last few weeks when I've had them roadworks all the way from the M18 to past Mansfield, you'd see mile after mile after mile. You know, 4-lane motorway, lane 1 shut, they're sat in lane 3 at 45 mile an hour and it's a 50 limit. Everybody going up the inside of them. Just why? You see that car now, he's come up behind. He can't get past that van. He's having to wait for me to overtake. And that van's now going to watch my speed. And he's blocking that car in now. You can't tell them. Just cannot tell them. He's going to have to move. If I want to get round this red car. I might not actually, because he's doing about 50 anyway, so I'm not asked. Got plenty of time. There's black car now. I'll try and put a bit of distance between me and that van, so this black car can actually get round me. But it's going to have to be quick, because I'm going to have to slow down. Right, there's my little shenanigans over with. Let's crack on. Next stop, M62. Well, we made it to the M62 for 8:45, so we are well ahead of schedule. I'm glad this slip road is open. It was closed for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you would have to go up there to the roundabout, which is M1 junction 42, M62 junction 29, Lofthouse interchange, which is no great shakes, but there was various exits closed, so people would get up there, not read the signs, and be going round and round the roundabout. You know, it sounds crazy, but this is life on the road. You will see some absolutely crazy things. The signs are there for a reason. You know, not rocket science. But people ignore them, they think they know better. They blindly follow sat-navs. Sat-navs are an advisory, they are not the be-all and end-all. You have to use your eyes and what's between your ears. It's a thing called the brain. Some people's don't work properly, or if they do, they choose to ignore it. So, there's McDowell's. He'll be going down to Swadlincote, I'm guessing. I think he might have been the one who was parked outside of me the other week. So, 32 miles to go. It's going to be roughly 35 minutes to junction 21 if nothing alters up. If we carry on at full chat, maybe half an hour. But we have got the steep climb up to Saddleworth where you slow down. Steep climb up to Huddersfield as well. So we'll see. And there was roadworks up there last night. I don't know what time those lane closures are supposed to start, because generally in the northeast or this side of the Pennines they're anything between 8 and 9, but I've noticed the other side of the Pennines, where you get to like Greater Manchester, Lancashire, Cumbria, they tend to start a bit later from what I've noticed. I don't know how true that is, it might be just coincidence, or it's just what I seem to have come across. So why is he braking? So, I don't know. But then again, what time the roadworks are supposed to start and what time they actually start are two different things. I mean, generally speaking, if they say 8:30, if you get there for 9:15, they'll be just beginning to set them up. You might still get through at 9 o'clock. Other times it'll say 9 o'clock and they'll actually close the road by 8:30. So more often than not you will have a bit of leeway, but never bank on it. You know, I've been stung by that in the past, so I learned the hard way. Never assume. So always try and give yourself a bit of leeway. Going home tonight, we will have lane closures coming over Saddleworth, but that's no great shakes because it'll be quiet. The only time you really worry about them is at the time when they're actually dropping the cones, because everybody comes racing up to where the lane's beginning to close and they all bunch up. That creates traffic. Apart from that, once the lane closure's in place, everything flows freely. And we'll be coming over there at about 1 o'clock in the morning, so we're just straight through. You know, no great shakes. Going home, got I call it 3-4 minute delay at Newton Aycliffe. No, really. And then we've got the usual diversion at Washington, but I'm just going to cut through Birtley, cut across Team Valley. It cost me, what, 5 minutes. So pretty much plain sailing tonight. The fastest I've done this run was 2 hours 44. I can't see me beating that tonight. I've been going 2 hours 15 already. It's always a little bit slower coming down, Coming back, it's a little bit quicker. I've got no way of beating that time tonight because of the diversion at Washington. But I mean, I don't race it. I mean, I just let the truck do the work. But it would be nice to see how quick you could actually do it, door to door, with no delays. You know, I mean, I think you could do it in maybe 2 hours 37. That sounds a bit of a geeky figure, but that's just my guess. And it's just one of the things that keeps me amused when I'm on the road, you know, wondering, can I save a bit of time here? Can I make up a bit of time there? You know, on this run, coming back, you do make up time because we've got a lot of steep descents coming back. So, you know, you'll be going above 56. I mean, might gain you 4 or 5 minutes over the entire trip. But sometimes what you make up in one place, you lose at another. You know, so you can never gauge it. But nice to have a bit of fun just working out what you can do. That might sound sad, but you've got to have something to amuse yourself, you know. So, right, I'm going to crack on because I have no doubt Michael is going to be ringing me very soon with his usual, how are you getting on? So, the sat-nav is now saying 9:32 at Rochdale. So, I'm confident that with no hold-ups, 9:25, that'll be at the gate. You know, a couple of minutes to back onto the bay, and it's just a case of getting my curtains open. So, that'll keep them nice and sweet. You know, the earlier I'm in, if the place is quiet, well, we'll get it tipped quick. They'll put 2, maybe 3 forklifts on it. There's not much on anyway. Then there's one less trailer for them to do when it gets busy. Does them a favour, like, you know. So, happy days. If it's like last night, where there's not that much to go on, I mean, I had half a trailer last night going back. So, overspeed again, but it didn't go over 60, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, if everybody else is on time and there's not much to go on, well, I'll be away quick again. So, hey, happy days. Right, let's crack on. 25 mile to go. So 20 mile on M62, 5 mile through town, I'd guess. So, yeah, that time, 9:32, could be about accurate. We'll see what happens with traffic. But I'm saying 9:25. Right, let's crack on. Well, it was all going so well, wasn't it? Yeah, this is where it goes down to one lane, and I think they're just putting the cones out. They were on the climb up to Huddersfield, a bit further back there. So I'm guessing they do it same here. This is coming up to Saddleworth. We're at the 200 yard mark, or we've just passed it. So, that's what it is. Like I say, as soon as they do a closure, well, they're actually setting it up, everything's just going to back up. especially at this time. So it's just the nature of the beast. But compared to what I've had for the last few weeks, you know, this is absolutely nothing. I mean, when stuff like this was happening on the A1 near workshop, well, I mean, the carnage would stretch right back to like Rotherham and Barnsley and that. I mean, just madness. But there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's 9:10. I mean, this is one of the busiest motorways in Britain, is M62. So you can have traffic on here all hours at days and nights. So must have been a 9 o'clock closure. As you can see, once you get in, it'll start flowing again. But it's just that initial bit where it starts to funnel. But apart from that, I mean, I do like coming over here. I mean, you do get some stunning views and that. But as you can tell, the nights are going to start getting darker and darker. So I won't be admiring these views for much longer. But that's another thing about night driving. When it comes to winter, depending on what time your shift starts and finishes, you might not see a lot of daylight during the week, if any. A couple of lads who I know, alright, they're a bit older than me, they're on, I believe, vitamin D supplements. One of them's got it on prescription, just because for many months a year he doesn't see no daylight. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's what they told me anyway. So it's just one of them things. My advice would be just eat healthy, or as healthy as you reasonably can. I mean, no need to take it overboard, like, you know. But yeah, it can affect some people. It's just the nature of the beast, like, you know. So, right, we are now 7.4 miles from junction 21. So, saying 8 minutes. So we should be there. What? 9:20. Sat-nav saying 25 to 10 at the gate. Yeah, I'll probably go with that. You know, there's no point praying on through town. So I'm not disappointed with that. You know, that's a good run, is that? So, but we'll see. Might be a little bit quicker when we get there. Like I say, it's just a bit of fun. I'm still going to be well early anyway. So, I'm happy. Alright, see you in a bit. Here we go, 4 miles straight down. As you can see, the retarder is going absolutely crackers. I'm getting overspeed warnings. But we are not going over 58 mile an hour. All of that down there is Greater Manchester. car behind me, that little Peugeot with his P plates on, he's been dawdling. But yeah, I mean, this Iveco, it will hold itself back down here. A lot of the MANs will as well. I've come down here in a Scania. The thing was just wanting to go like a Ferrari, like, you know. Well, hey, that's what it is. That's Rochdale down there. That's where we're going. 1.8 miles to junction 21. But yeah, so far now I can take a few minutes off that because I was driving around the yard before I start. I'm not sure how much. I could save 4 or 5 minutes. So I would say, if we say I've been going 2 hours 40, by the time I come off here, maybe 2 hours 42. 10 minutes to get through town, 2 hours 52. What I'll do is I'll do a printout on my brake, and that should be pretty accurate, because from the minute I came out of the gate, the wheels have literally not stopped turning, not at all. I mean, I've not even stopped at roundabouts because I've just been straight through. So that will give me an accurate figure. So not bad going, not bad going. I've not, like I say, I've not been breaking knackers off it. So steady away, steady away. So I could get slowed down coming in. Just depends who's in front of you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go braying on anyway because, I mean, it's an urban area. You know, regardless of what time it is. I mean, I've seen kids on the street there. Well, I've come out of there at like, what, midnight, and I've seen teenagers kicking about. I've seen youngsters walking home with their parents at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So just expect the unexpected. Plus, people pull out on you. You know, built up areas. You know, they're in their own little comfort zone. They don't give a monkeys. Where are these going? Because he's going a bit quick, that one. Ah, make it.
Take the second exit towards A640 towards Mill Road.
I mean, when I first came here, I had a bit of an advantage over the other guys because many moons ago, I spent a few years in Manchester, and purely by chance I became a 7.5 ton driver. And as you can see, people in a rush must have a pizza order. Straight through the red light. What a clever chap, eh? Okay, now give that man a job as a brain surgeon. Then you wonder why accidents happen, eh? God. But this is what I say about built up areas. Expect the unexpected, because there's people who do drive like absolute dicks. You know. Right, coming over here we've got the Aldi and a set of traffic lights. And they can change quite rapidly. And I expect people coming out of here not paying any attention. I'm going to make this because I'm already committed. Pinch a bit of that lane because it tightens up on itself here. You don't want to catch it that with your trailer wheels. But yeah, like I say, just be careful when you come to these built up areas. It's just, I mean, at this stage in the game, 1.7, but you see what I mean, teenagers wandering around, and they're only young teenagers, so they could be quite unpredictable. You'll see them as it's starting to go dark like this. I've seen them down here in the dark, push bikes with dark clothing, no lights on. Them bloody e-scooters are a nightmare. I mean, and the worst ones are the ones riding bikes, or with these e-scooters. They've got hoods up, so they've got restricted vision, and you know for a fact they've got like earbuds in listening to music, so they haven't got a clue. They can't hear nothing. They've got restricted sight, you know. It's just, I don't know, can't put a price on it. But if you hit them, hey, it's going to be your fault. There's lights here. Now with these ones, we're using the middle lane to go straight on. But I have come down here, we'll get through this now no matter what. I have come down here and I've had cars go into that filter lane there and come whizzing past you at the last minute. And like if the lights are at red, they'll pull up in that filter lane, look down and check the indicators, because you'll set off, and because you're facing downhill, you'll move reasonably quick, especially when you ain't got much weight on like this, and he's going to try and beat you. So make sure he's indicating. I know someone will say, well, technically you don't have to indicate if you're in a filter lane, but you know, it's just a case of, hey, just be wary. If he's not indicating, think, what if? So again, I mean, we're alright. I mean, these trucks have all like dash cams and everything in them, so, but you just don't need the hassle of it. You don't need the Spanish Inquisition, and then they start arguing with insurance for months and months. They say, yeah, this indicator on, he could have been going down there. I want to know why. You know? Got to watch it with these takeaways as well, because your delivery boys, they'll be in a rush. They'll come rushing out, jump in the car, with straight off, not even look in the mirrors. Trust me, I've seen it. I've been on the receiving end.
Turn right onto Chichester Street.
So, they'll not give a shit about you. As long as they're getting their tip from their customers, 50 pence is all that matters to them. Right, Chichester Street, here we are.
Take the next right onto Chichester Street.
That's it. This is much smaller than Swadlincote. Way smaller.
After 700 feet.
It's just a satellite hub. This is purely for the stuff which would take too long to get back from Leicester to wherever we're going. You know. So, and ADD will be making a fair old amount of money out of it. Right, here we are, door to door. And there won't be many of these rigids blocking my way. Right, let's get in. And 2 hours 53 minus 4 for round yard. 2 hours 49. That's good. I'll double check it and on a printout, see what's what. That's pretty close to quickest I've done it, to be fair. Right, hopefully this shunter will move. I need to be going down there. Right, I'll see you in a bit when I get on my break. That's it, we're done. 1:45 in the morning. So, what was my time getting here? Well, according to my tachograph printout, 2 hours 51. 6 minutes short of my record. Which, considering the roadworks at Leeds, I had that red car in front of me, it's 50 limit and what have you. Then that minor hold up heading up towards Saddleworth. Not too shabby. So I'm happy with that. So tonight we should still be back, what, 3:30, 25 to 4. 10 minutes to get parked up.
Turn left.
A few minutes to get me stuff out of the car, out of the truck and into my car. I call it 10 to 4. Started at 6, so it's a 10-hour shift. Not going to complain at that. Compared to what I have been doing,
Drive for 2.1 miles.
you know, kind of feels like part-time. So, you may notice the hash markings on the top of that bridge. Now, if you're thinking that signifies a low bridge, that's what I thought when I first came here. And when I came out of there, and I thought, shit. Because there's a bridge approaching the time tunnel. I don't know if you've seen it on one of my videos. One side's 15'6", but it's on a slope, and the other side's 15'9". So if you're in lane 1 with one of these trailers on, you'll hit it. You'll do it with if you're in lane 2. And I thought that might have been the same. But then you notice there's no height restrictions on it. So it is minimum 16'6". I double checked it, you know, but if you see them hash markings, it's always wise to double check. And that is a railway bridge. So you hit that and you are in deep shit. I mean deep shit. That's the main metro link that runs past the back of the hub. There's like, whether you call them trams or trains, whatever. People in Manchester call them different things. Whereas one goes past there about every 10 minutes. Probably 5 minutes in rush hour if my memory serves me right. But yeah, if the tram system went down, yeah, to say your name would be mud would be an understatement. You know, that side of Manchester would grind to a halt completely. I know, because I used to use it. It was the only way to travel in Manchester back in the day. So, there you have it. I mean, now it's just a straight run back. Sat-nav saying 2 hours 46. It's going to be more like 2 hours 55, so the 3:35 ETA is probably about right. Like I say, it's not a bad shift. So you've now seen two sides of the coin. You've seen Rochdale and you've seen Swadlincote. Now this is the quiet one. Swadlincote is quite manic. There are worse places than Swadlincote, trust me. I know, I've been to some. Which do I prefer? Well, it's 6 and 2 3s really. I mean, if I wanted to earn the money, yeah, do the Swadlincote run. You know, that's it, we're done. 1:45 in the morning. So, what was my time getting here? Well, according to my tachograph printout, 2 hours 51. 6 minutes short of my record. Which, considering the roadworks at Leeds, I had that red car in front of me, it's 50 limit and what have you. Then that minor hold up heading up towards Saddleworth. Not too shabby. So I'm happy with that. So tonight we should still be back, what, 3:30, 25 to 4. 10 minutes to get parked up.
Turn left.
A few minutes to get me stuff out of the car, out of the truck and into my car. I call it 10 to 4. Started at 6, so it's a 10-hour shift. Not going to complain at that. Compared to what I have been doing,
Drive for 2.1 miles.
you know, kind of feels like part-time. So, you may notice the hash markings on the top of that bridge. Now, if you're thinking that signifies a low bridge, that's what I thought when I first came here. And when I came out of there, and I thought, shit. Because there's a bridge approaching the time tunnel. I don't know if you've seen it on one of my videos. One side's 15'6", but it's on a slope, and the other side's 15'9". So if you're in lane 1 with one of these trailers on, you'll hit it. You'll do it with if you're in lane 2. And I thought that might have been the same. But then you notice there's no height restrictions on it. So it is minimum 16'6". I double checked it, you know, but if you see them hash markings, it's always wise to double check. And that is a railway bridge. So you hit that and you are in deep shit. I mean deep shit. That's the main metro link that runs past the back of the hub. There's like, whether you call them trams or trains, whatever. People in Manchester call them different things. Whereas one goes past there about every 10 minutes. Probably 5 minutes in rush hour if my memory serves me right. But yeah, if the tram system went down, yeah, to say your name would be mud would be an understatement. You know, that side of Manchester would grind to a halt completely. I know, because I used to use it. It was the only way to travel in Manchester back in the day. So, there you have it. I mean, now it's just a straight run back. Sat-nav saying 2 hours 46. It's going to be more like 2 hours 55. So, the 3:35 ETA is probably about right. Like I say, it's not a bad shift. So, you've now seen two sides of the coin. You've seen Rochdale and you've seen Swadlincote. Now, this is the quiet one. Swadlincote is quite manic. There are worse places than Swadlincote, trust me. I know, I've been to some. Which do I prefer? Well, it's 6 and 2 3s really. I mean, if I wanted to earn the money, yeah, do the Swadlincote run. You know, the hours are there. You're going to be on a good crack every week, week in, week out, that is guaranteed. If you're not too fussed about the money, if you're not greedy, then by all means, you know, this would be right up your street. If you just want to do 10 and a half, 11 hours, I mean 11 hours is top side, you know, it's very rare you'll do like, unless they're exceptionally busy, or if you get a major delay. I mean, at the moment it's been quiet the last 2 nights, so it is what it is. All the trucks are coming in, they're not full, so you're going to get done quick. But if you're not greedy, I mean, what I'll earn this week is more than enough to live on, you know, and I've got time to myself, I'm not killing myself. You know, I do Swadlincote, depending on which trunk I'm on. By the end of the week I can be very, very tired. So with this, come Saturday morning I'm still fresh as a daisy, like, you know. So it depends what you want. You know, I'm happy with either. So the driving time, it's not massively different if you take the roadworks out of the equation. You know, maybe 40 minutes difference. At the moment, you've got a lot of roadworks on the Swadlincote run, so yeah, that slows you down. But that's temporary, you know. Well, long-term temporary. So, but it is what it is. You know, you can get roadworks on this run, and then it's going to cost you like 30-40 minutes. So, makes no odds. Right, we're heading into the pitch blackness, heading up to Saddleworth Moor. I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for watching. Thanks again to all my new subscribers. Thanks again to the ones who are sticking with me. So that lane departure off. And thanks for everybody who gives me the comments. It's nice. A lot of it, I'm getting really positive feedback, which I really do appreciate. So yeah, keep it up, folks. I do try and respond to everybody. I can't promise it because obviously sometimes I'm just bombed with one thing or another. Work, stuff going on at home, it is what it is. So, thanks again, have a good one, and if you can't be good, be careful. See you later.